This perp back with another video, and I just got done watching episode 6 of Dead to Me Season 2 on Netflix. Definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and follow me on Twitter at perpminded420. Now, man, this was definitely the funniest episode by far to me. There was a lot of moments in this that made me just crack up laughing, especially with Christina Applegate's character, Jen. She had me dying. There's some funny ass shit that happens at the end of this episode, but enough chit chat. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get right into the video. So I really enjoyed how this episode kicked off with Charlie pretty much getting tag teamed by Jen and Judy on some parenting shit. Like, Jen is pretty much fed up with Charlie's antics and everything, and I really like that. I'm not a huge fan of Charlie at all as a kid actor or just his character as a whole. But I'll get back to Charlie later. Meanwhile, you know what I mentioned, it's probably a bad idea to just leave a burning car out in the middle of nowhere. Thank God that Judy pretty much said this for me, and Jen is kind of nonchalant about it. She doesn't really think nothing of it, which is a bad thing. And it gets worse because what Charlie did is now on social media. So this leads to one of the funniest moments of this episode, is when they pull up, when Jen pulls up to the chick that Charlie likes. They just have this hilarious back and forth, and she's trying to kind of get her to delete that, and she keeps telling Jen like, I'm an influencer and all this shit. It's just hilarious. And while this is going on, you have Judy giving sex ed advice to Charlie, and Charlie's not trying to hear that. But if that was me, I would not mind having Linda Cardellini giving me sexual sex ed advice. I wouldn't mind that at all. That was a funny scene. Meanwhile, you got Judy brought in for questioning by Perez, and she wants her to pretty much play her voicemails to get any type of clues that she can. And we just see how nasty Steve used to talk to her, and it kind of gets her to break down and cry. While you got Ben and Jen kind of getting a bit closer, she's trying to sell Ben this house so he could kind of just be in the area. And let's go back to Charlie and just this scene with Jen and their back and forth. Like, I never really cared for this storyline in this season. It's probably like my least favorite, but I kind of like the back and forth with Jen and Charlie. Meanwhile, Ben gets some bad news, and also Jen thinks she gets some bad news as well, as he's called down to the police station because they found some remains. And I have a theory on that, because when they go to the station, it comes to find out that it's not Steve, it belongs to a woman. I have a theory on that. I could be completely off, but I'll get to that very shortly. But this scene was pretty emotional, because he just wants to pretty much find out what happened to his brother, and you see it's really taking a toll on Jen as well, and it's only a matter of time. So you got Michelle and Judy getting really close, and my theory right now is maybe the remains of that female that they found is Michelle's old girlfriend. I don't know, that's probably a reach, but that would be insane. That would just, talking about crazy stories, going along with the rest of this episode, they go to this church to see the youngest son perform, but he kind of gets stage fright, and I gotta say, this shit was so cringy. I don't know what kid would want to do this shit. I understand, you gotta pad out the story and stuff, but I could do without this shit. This shit was so bad. Like, the whole, dance shit. I don't know. But anyways, they ended up dipping from church and going to the arcade. Everybody's having a really good time. Everybody's bonding, doing their thing. All the characters are happy at this moment. You have Judy having the time of her life with Michelle. Michelle meets Jen. Jen definitely feels some type of way because she doesn't want to say it, but she definitely likes or loves Judy more than a friend. But it's going to be interesting to see how that relationship kind of plays out. Is she going to be a series regular, or this is going to just be for season 2? While this is going on, your boy Nick, I forgot to mention that he crossed paths with Judy earlier, so he already has kind of a vendetta against her. And you remember when I said they always leave around breadcrumbs? Yep, he finds the car, so that's definitely going to play a big part in the next few episodes. And speaking about more weird shit, Ben and Jen are definitely going to possibly be a thing by the end of this season. I think he might end up finding out the truth eventually, and that will turn things even more on its head. But we just got to wait and see. It's interesting, like how everything plays out. Like, you killed his brother, and now you want to have some type of relationship with the other twin. It's really weird. It's a weird story. Like, all these relationships are really weird, but I really like that Michelle and Judy really kicked it off. But it was funny at the end. They walked into the wrong house to have sex, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the next episode. But definitely let me know how you feel about this episode in the comments below, and hit that like button, and I will have the next episode up very shortly. Peace.
Like, I'm saying something that people are scared to say. You know what I mean? And I ain't scared to say nothing. And if y'all know me, I ain't never been scared, and I ain't never been worried about what somebody gotta say. Right. Because when you successful, they gonna talk. Period.